So for example, let's say that you're developing or even trying to defend a routing schedule. And maybe the juice brand team you're working with needs to target women aged 35 to 40 years old. You're recommending retail, but the brand team likes the idea of street intercepts. Just like buying media from magazines, radio, or television, sampling activations have consumer targets they're trying to reach. And in this use case scenario, we're going to look at how to find these consumer targets with benchmarks to maximize your reach quality. The quality of your experiential activations isn't just about the number of people you get to, but it's about how often you're getting to the right person as well. And getting to the right person is so much easier when you know where those people tend to go. And this is where PortMA's experiential benchmarking industry reports and BI dashboards come into play. We look back at tens of thousands of activation days, segment by venue, industry, and/or market, and identify consumer prevalence by age and gender demographics. So for example, let's say that you're developing or even trying to defend a routing schedule. And maybe the juice brand team you're working with needs to target women aged 35 to 40 years old. You're recommending retail, but the brand team likes the idea of street intercepts. We do this by focusing first on our CPG food and beverage data. We hone in on non-alcoholic beverages, and then we further refine things by looking just at juice and juice drinks. And once there, we select two venue types. We select segment A, retail, and we select segment B, venue type street intercepts. And for retail activations, we see from the data that the average age tended towards 38.5 years old, fitting nicely within our age target of 35 to 40. And retail skewed 81% female, just as we've asked to target. For street intercepts, we see that age tends to be a little younger at 29.6 years old, below our age target. And while majority female at 52%, it's much closer to a 50-50 split. So what can we conclude? How do we use benchmarks to help us with our strategic direction? Well, it starts to become pretty clear that your recommendation might be the better one. By going with retail, you're increasing the likelihood of reaching the target consumer more often. Maybe develop a campaign that's heavy retail, but test some street intercept activations. Either way, you'll be getting to the right consumer more often because you have the insights generated from tens of thousands of activation days.